this sort of upward move also encourages to rethink how after retiring, how you're going to get on with the civil society, this civil society's perception about the ex-military people, even the soldier. They have to move with the society, so this is very important study in that aspect. So the problem statement has been formulated. What are the critical Army career dimensions? Engages in creating social propagation used to career path management of soldiers in the post-war Sri Lankan context. So objectives of the study: to identify critical factors on career path management of soldiers as per the social response. Then to evaluate the potentials of improving institutional contribution on social propagation. What sort of publications we have to do as an institute, Sri Lanka Army, to secure the soldier's identity. To uplift the career management of soldiers in the post-war period. Then the research design. This is one part of the main body, and the research approach I have taken, quantitative and qualitative mixed approach. Then the research methods used. The first, to understand the career dimensions, I have used semi-structured focus group interviews and the content analysis to the second part. Then the sampling method, I have used the purposive sampling for qualitative data and simple random sampling for quantitative data. Then the data collection on sources I have used. The primary data have been gathered through these interviews with the 50 selected crowd in different social stratas, but representing those people who can access the web publications. Then secondary data gathered with the web news ongoing in the official web archives throughout last 7 months. I have selected 300 random news titles given and did a content analysis with the pilot study of UK and Pakistan official web publications as well. Then I have used for this one a career model which has been developed by Gagliardi in 2003 using Sun Tzu's 13 principles of the art of the war. Because I thought it would be ideal, because we are discussing here the military career. Some of them, which the variables I have selected, how the society perceive about the career planning and the preparation. Army career planning and preparation. Army career role, to recognize the career competencies you all develop throughout your military career. Then the level of leadership exercise, rewards and achievements, to recognize the level of leadership again as an indirect factor. Level of flexibility in career, facilitating networking and relationship. Now the Sri Lanka Army have changed their dimensions. They are more interacting with the society, blood donations organizing, then a lot of philanthropic activities have done for the schools and providing workshops and other things. Then again, it will counter that part, facilitating networking and relationship. Then the career welfare side. Then the data analysis and discussion with the in-depth interviews. I have found out how these people are projecting those activities. These people have represented different stratas, and they said institutional intensity. That means this particular information is to do with the Sri Lanka Army to the soldier. And the other part, green side, shows you, then this pink color side shows you the social intensity. What the society really expect, what they say through their these in-depth interviews. They says career planning and preparation is within the institute, but we are worried. We want to see much about the news. We want to hear much about the career role, to recognize career competencies that you all are getting, because after retirement, the smooth career transition will happen if we can identify what is the true role that we are you all playing now. Because earlier they could be able to easily understand the combat role, even though it is a very generalized view. Inside that, they are playing a lot of expert knowledge in the field as well, but in like collective identity, they says it's a role of these military activities. Then the level of leadership. Again, they like to see the soldier as a leader. So they want to see how it express or represent through the web news and the webcastings. Then the rewards and the achievements. Again, they like to hear about the rewards and the achievements because they have still in their mindset, once you achieve certain thing, that means through the leadership in the soldier. Then facilitating and networking. Again, the flexibility in career, they are not much interesting about that part. Then it is with the institute. Facilitating networking and relationship. How much of interactions with the society and the soldier is happening, they like to say. Then the welfare. Again, I have gone through the web publications to see the content analysis. Most of them, in Sri Lanka, 68% of the web publications appeared over the news is with the represented career-related news. Then I have broadly categorized that 6 dimensions I have identified. Out of it, the content analysis shows 47% is in Sri Lanka news related to the career role. Now the changes have happened. Okay. Then the rest of the thing, relationships and networking, how they are engaging with the society with all the philanthropic work. The data analysis and discussion shows the web surface. I have gone to web surface content analysis as well, compared with the Sri Lanka, Pakistan and UK. Sri Lankan web publications clearly focusing on career preparation, that is recruitment advertisement only they have placed. But in Pakistan, they also placed the recruitment advertisement, but they have provided these social blogs. Then the people can comment over it, question on over it. It has given that facility. Then UK, all 6 categories have been mentioned, appeared in the surface web. So the findings, final conclusion, this study recognized 5 dimensions of Army career identity that society keen on, which is possible to use as baseline indicators. That finally, when you want to update the web bases, these 6 baseline indicators would be beneficial. Then Sri Lanka Army web news updates successfully represent those 5 dimensions when it comes to news. In terms of news, it appears in the archives, but it need to be appeared in the surface web as well. Fair representation of 5 dimensions might immensely influence on successful social perception generation. But there are limitations. So the selected sample is smaller to generalize the findings. I have gone through 50 in-depth interviews, but it is again represented the social strata, one social strata who can access the internet. Then holistic view on social propagation unable to visualize because it is narrowed down to social strata which has been accessible to the internet. So that is the end of my presentation. Hope everybody enjoyed. References. Thank you.